You're going to develop Tourette's because you have to suppress your Ray Romano voice? That's fucking insane.
Little Early Pearly with his anus curly whirly.
You find out you're in a dimension where men never had balls, and you go to fuck a girl, and she's like, what the fuck are those?
I have a GoFundMe. Up in my house exploded from the sheer amount of titties.
Cool. Fun. These people don't even deserve it.
Nope.
Nobody deserves this.
I should be in bed.
I should be dead.
No, we should be in bed.
We should be dead
Every
in
time
bed.
you are like, I wish I was dead, just replace it with, I wish I was in bed.
That's actually
And
a
people
really healthy, positive thing.
I mean, it's
Look
not.
at us.
It's not to just.
You know,
sit in
I'm
bed.
okay. You know what?
No, fuck you.
Wow, I was actually gonna say something really nice and positive
you.
and encouraging.
Thank you.
Except it's too
Thank
early
you.
for you, and Daddy
Thank
hasn't
you.
had his 14 cups of coffee he needs
And this one smells bad.
with a half gallon of cream. Is it the cup that's making it smell bad, or is it
It's
the
the
coffee?
lid, I think.
I hate that so
it's
much.
a new thing, and
I've been instructed in my home to stop buying cups with straws in them because they are insanely hard to clean.
oh yeah, I have several of those at my house, and I agree. I
But-
just refuse to clean them.
Yeah, you just
Or
throw
just
them out
pour
eventually.
hot water through the
That's what I'm
straw.
saying.
It's
You
good
just
enough,
put- you
unless
just-
you're drinking smoothies.
This is what I do. Take the soap, just a whole bottle, squirt
it
a little in there,
Yeah, and then
and shake it around, and
Yeah.
then just pop it on the water faucet that's coming out. Or if you got like the multiple, like the mini shower head thing, just try to squirt one in there and get the rest of the water everywhere, like get it on the blinds and the
squirt
dry
water.
dishes.
Yeah,
but you're just
so much
really trying to
behind you,
focus
you're just
one little stream
spraying
down in
water
there. But that
everywhere.
straw will be so fucking clean. Here's the thing. They're gonna try to con you into buying one of those bristle sets where it's like, you get
I
it's the
have one of
straw
those
thing.
too,
Yeah,
yeah.
and how much did you pay for that?
I
Fucking?
don't know. I didn't buy that.
It was like
Are you kidding
$1,
me?
and I'm like, oh, I
I
guess
feel like
it's
it's
really.
gotta
That's
be
actually kind of an
super
economic
cheap.
deal.
Yeah, it's gotta be super
Swipes to a
cheap.
video of us at Walmart just shopping. I'm like,
You have
is
like
wonderful-
25 of them.
Is Walmart where the rollback savings bounce back a place where I can find a straw to clean my a straw
I need-
brush
I need
to
a
clean
straw to
my
clean my
fucking
straw.
straws, and then like a Walmart employee hops out of nowhere, but it's got to be a celebrity endorsement. I'm thinking like not topical enough to be like hip with the
Vin
kids.
Diesel.
I was thinking Lil Jon.
Both.
Vin Diesel
John.
and Lil Jon.
Little
Okay.
Diesel.
Lil Diesel and Big
Vin John.
Vin John.
Vin John and
Vin
Lil
John sounds like Vin John sounds like a D grade 80s action star. Like,
Yeah.
at the top you had Stallone, Schwarzenegger, Jean-Claude Van Damme, everybody who's in the Expendables now, basically.
Yeah.
Then you have D grade Vin John,
Yeah, it gets more and more confusing.
who did short kung fu movies before Charles Bronson movies in the theaters. It was a very specific niche style film.
We are like,
cinema.
is this a preview? And they're like, kind of.
They're
There's
kind
just
of
nothing
for the
else
next
after.
one.
Yeah, there's just nothing
Kind
more.
of for the next one that comes out tomorrow. They came out. There was a new one every day, even though they showed the same Charles Bronson movie. It's like you had to go every day to get
I
the
saw
full story.
Death Wish 34 times, but I finally saw that. What was it?
Vin John
yeah,
and
Vin,
Lil
Vin
Diesel.
John, Lil Diesel.
I feel like we're coming up with a new Lil somebody on all the episodes recently.
I know.
Because we had
Lil Diesel is not far fetched.
Lil
that one makes a
Diesel.
lot
Lil
of
Diesel
sense.
has to exist.
Yeah.
If he doesn't, I feel like we did just speak. He was just born somewhere.
Isn't there a
Gonna-
regular Diesel?
Gonna turn. Yeah, Vin Diesel. is who
No,
you're
I
thinking
mean a
of.
rapper.
Yeah,
Diesel.
Vin Diesel raps about
Oh.
Dungeons and Dragons shit. He's a huge
Dungeons
nerd.
and
He's really into Dungeons and Dragons.
Is he?
I read that. Apparently, he's like a huge nerd about it.
You see that picture of him looking real out of shape and smoking a cigarette? That's
Real-
my favorite.
Real fat and furious.
That's my favorite genre of celebrity photos is when they've let themselves go and they're smoking a difficult cigarette. They all are just like, and no, I want a picture of me smoking a cigarette.
No,
like
you
that.
don't.
Like I don't
No,
want to
you
be
don't.
out of shape. I want to be super buff.
No, because
but still smoking
I've
the
seen you
cigarette.
when like you don't care and you're just
Why
like
does
letting
it-
the belly
no,
out
I'm
a
not
little
talking
bit.
about the belly. I'm talking about the cigarette and
No,
like the
no, it's a whole
disposition of,
pose.
like-
Yeah, because you're just kind of like.
Then put me behind a fence or something. I just need the top.
We
part.
try, but then you're like, I can't be fenced in, or whatever you would
This
say in a
is-
situation
this
like
is
that.
actually very.
And then I try to fence you in, and you're like, "Don't touch me, motherfucker!"
Yeah. But
and then you tense up again, and I'm like, oh, now it's lost. It's gone now.
There's just those pictures of so many actors.
I specifically think of Jack Nicholson, where he's eating the sandwich, the sub sandwich, and then he has the cigarette in the water, and he's just like, but he's in the ocean, but he's like doggy paddling.
Normal.
That's just gonna eventually be us at the cabin, like old and just disgusting looking, and like floating with a cigarette in the water.
I think of, is it Ben Affleck, and he's in like a long blue shirt, and he just looks like defeated, and he's got a cigarette.
Wasn't he with Jennifer Garner when he was like that?
I don't know. There's like series, because it's like paparazzi photos, and they get progressively worse. Where you're like, oh, he looks
the one where,
like,
did you see the one where he's in the airport wearing a coat that's like way too small? It looks like, but that one is scary. But then he got with the hot chick from Blade Runner 2049, Ana de Armas or whatever.
Well, that's what.
And now he's like all buff and skinny again. And he look and all these pictures. He's like,
that's what I want. And
she's got to be doing the thing he likes.
It must be because it's like so like rigorous to get in shape for the movies that then they let
apparently
themselves
not
go.
When you're fucking your really hot girlfriend all the time.
But I mean, like,
it was a method acting role. I was playing a miserable husband who hated his fucking bitch wife.
You see them like super buff and then super dumpy, like their vacation in between movies.
It's like Jared Leto's.
I wish I could ever get to that one part. You know, the buff part.
Like I feel like I get to a point where like I'm a little better than I was before. Like I'll lose like 10 pounds or something like that. 15 pounds. Oh yeah, no, I can't get buff. I don't know what it is.
I can't even lose my love handles.
I think you need to start chugging. I think you need to do chug more milk, like vitamin D milk, whole milk. And then this has to be right. And then get in those you know those old workout machines where it's like the belt and it just jiggled around you?
I always wanted to
I'm
try
thinking
that.
that's how you get rid of the love handles.
That.
You got to jiggle the fat away.
What does the milk do?
You
just want to see me jiggled with milk pouring all over the place. Because I'll try them together.
Whoa. Let's not put all the words together this early in the morning or anything. Oh my goodness, it creates such a visual.
Folks, I have like a 6-gallon container of milk.
Jesus, a 6? Where do you get a 6-gallon container of milk?
People.
You know how some
it's Costco duct tape together.
I was gonna say you go to like Sam's Club and it's like gallon and a half, and it's like why do I need the extra half gallon? It's so weird.
Like, I can't
like
have
the top has to
gas.
be like it's like they had to take it's like this is what they did. They took a half gallon, cut it with a box cutter, and put it on top of a gallon, and like tried to melt it back together.
But you
and then
can't
like fill her up with tit juice, boys.
You can't have people over to your house with a gallon and a half in the fridge.
Yeah, that looks crazy because they're like, whoa, these people drink too much milk.
No, just a little more than normal.
Yeah, but that's too much milk.
Yeah, but
because like realistically, think about a gallon of milk. Unless you're drinking like milk with every meal and stuff like that, or making something with milk. How long does a gallon of milk last in your house?
Mine always goes bad. Yeah, I don't finish it.
Yeah, exactly. So it's like
unless I have cereal.
So if you're buying a gallon and a half of milk at a time, you either have to be a cereal fanatic, which at that point I just have questions. I want to be like, yo, what's your top 3 breakfast cereals, so we can get into that conversation.
It's gonna get too intense,
right? But then the second part is if they're like, no, I hate cereal, then it's like, then what are you doing with all this fucking milk all the time?
A lot of cooking.
Oh, yeah, but like, what are you doing? Making mashed potatoes all the time?
Constantly.
Just so many
as
mashed
much
potatoes.
Cereal as you were expecting.
But as we've said before on the show, you can only use a little bit of milk. So what?
If there's enough potatoes.
So in this math time.
No.
So if there's 7 days in a week, you are eating mashed potatoes every day of the week. That would constitute needing to buy an extra half gallon of milk on top of your regular milk. Can you see it?
Yeah, 7 days a week, mashed potatoes.
And this is why you can't get rid of your love handles.
Oh, you're asking if I would do that?
No, I was just saying. I was just tying it back around.
It's getting confusing.
I'm just trying to tie it back around for once.
Once in 62.
It took us to 162 to
we
get.
Always come back. We just don't remember that.
We come back around. What you have to do is, you know that infograph where it's like the Bible and it's like some dumb atheist shit and it's like, here's all the contradictions and it's like the arrows bouncing around.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah,
I don't know if that was the way to describe it. I thought a pie chart instantly.
It's not a pie chart though. It's like a bunch of arrows because it's like
remember that
because it's like the beginning of the Bible, end of the Bible is like a line, and then it's like where the contradictions are.
Oh, okay.
And so it just looks fucking nuts.
You know what? This just looks fucking nuts. Episode 162, boys and girls. It's fucking nuts.
Boys and girls?
Sorry, it came out.
Men,
I was just going to say boys.
Men and women.
So...
Theys and thems. It's just boys. Girls don't listen to this show anymore.
Episode 162, boys.
Episode 162, boys. Hey, girls, turn this off. No girls allowed.
No girls allowed. You got 10 minutes.
Which means we got one. You give me one girl that can listen to this.
The first 10 minutes ladies can listen to, and then you got to let the boys stretch it out.
Yeah, this is like the sex therapy tapes where it's like, ladies, leave the room so I can just talk to the men now. And it's just us being like, guys, King, you matter. I just want you to know that. Like, she might not validate you correctly, but like, the things you want matter at the end of the day.
You can take 20 out of her purse. She won't notice.
Take 40. Come
Unless
on her back.
only 20.
Come on her back. No, if there's only 20, take her card, go to the ATM when you leave, and then just leave it on her front porch step, like under the mat, but like not underneath it enough to make it obvious, and then text her and be like, left your card on the mat. Or don't, because you didn't take enough money out to pay your prepaid Boost phone plan because you're a piece of shit.
This podcast is brought to you by Boost. Only $30 for an iPhone 7 somehow.
Go
now to
Bet you got to sign up for a contract. And when the phone
they
doesn't
don't have
work,
contracts, you fuckface.
the phone doesn't work and they say, go fuck yourself.
Remember, chirp, boostmobile.com. Chirp on an iPhone.
Where you at, dog?
Go to www.thedapperdads.com, the only true sponsor of this podcast ever. And boy, are they difficult to work with. I'm going to say it. We might lose our sponsorship.
I'm starting to think they have no money.
Yeah, the check's always in the mail for the past 3 years.
And the one that showed up bounced immediately.
It was comically large. It was clear that they spent all the money.
And they had a comically large stamp on it that said bounced.
Yeah.
And a bunch of voids.
It was a rubber stamp, so it bounced everywhere.
A big rubber stamp that said bounce, and it bounced everywhere, and it took out a wall and killed a bunch of interns.
Yeah.
It's like still bouncing around down in the basement. We don't know how to make
That's
it
why we had to get the new dungeon that looks exactly the same as the old dungeon. It's because there's a giant check bouncing around the old dungeon.
That's why we sent the farts in, because we thought the farts would kill the check.
Yeah.
But unfortunately,
farts made it stronger.
Unfortunately, here's what happened. The check was like bouncing around, and we're like, oh, we'll just keep him as like a labyrinthian monster, and we'll like we'll just send interns we don't like down to the basement. Hey, because like we're do some like real weird shit. Be like, hey man, you want to go get a beer? And he's like, no, I don't think we get along outside of work. And you're like, hey, could you go get me some paper out of the basement, bro? And he's like, sure. And he goes down there and the check just boing, boing, boing. But like, it's scary. And like, it just fucks him up.
Be scary.
Like
a giant check bouncing around.
Like you just hear the paper, like the big cardboard just, and you're like, and he's like looking through the basement. It's got to be like foggy, too much fog traditionally, because there's just machines down there just pumping
When is the time
fog
you've been like, God, the perfect amount of fog in this?
That time when I saw you get it in your mouth and you at the edge of the strip club stage, because I was like, ambiance, just what I like. My friends spitting in a strip club.
Back when you could.
The good old days.
Now you can only put your hand in a woman's ass.
You ain't lying. Or you could be. I don't know. I wasn't there.
It's not.
So you sent the intern down to the basement because the intern made a joke about you putting your hand inside of a stripper, and he's like, nah. He's like, I heard that didn't really happen. He's a fucking liar. And you're like,
hey, go get some paper out of the basement.
That's the thing. That's the line the other interns hear, and they're like, oh, he's not. Oh, he's dead.
Yeah.
Hey, can we have your stuff when you don't come back in 30 minutes? I'm coming back. I promise. I don't know why that one sounds like such a fucking dork.
Yeah, we would have got rid of that one.
But that sounds like the one that would talk shit because
we would have got rid of that one immediately.
No, I feel like
hey, nice to
I
see
feel like we wanted to get rid of that.
Oh, God, basement, paper in the basement, paper
No,
in the basement.
I feel like we wanted to get rid of that one, but he did like something so well, like he like just ignored payroll and just kept like putting it through, and we're like, hey, we'll keep him around for a little bit.
That's what we want.
Sure.
We run the company.
Yeah, whatever. Like, I don't know how. We do it, but we're not good at it.
We're impressed by people fucking us over. Like, I remember wanting to be.
No, it's our payroll he's running through. We're like, we get bonuses, right? And he's like, sure, whatever. And he's just
why would he be in control of this?
I don't know, because we don't know how to run a company. We're just assigning people for all the wrong jobs.
We keep all the money and have a
we got gardening interns, and we don't even mow the lawns here. We don't even have a lawn.
No,
there's no. Yeah, it's just dirt, and it's dirt that we dug up because there was a lawn,
which upsets me.
It was mulch.
If I find those fuckers,
it was mulch that we chopped up more.
I'm gonna get them some paper.
I have hard videos of you mulching the building.
No, that was me tearing the grass out and throwing it in the moat surrounding the building.
But I have this vision, like, we're just, like, walking around the office with big cigars and suits on, just being like, company, look at my company. And, like, yeah, just snapping suspenders.
On the outside of our jackets.
Getting big cigar smoke everywhere, just filling up the office. We've turned the smoke alarms off because we know we're just going to, like, fuck some shit up with the big cigars. And people are like, like letting us know like we shouldn't be smoking inside, and we're just like,
how are you gonna tell your boss not to
that's what
smoke?
I'm saying. Yeah, we get like really fucking douchey about it, real wet looking slicked back hair, you know, even though it's dry. Just real wet looking. Big
suits are
big
so
suits, heavy big suits, soaking
Who's
wet.
gonna carry me to my office? My cigar's wet.
Who
Just
wants?
keep trying
Listen,
to
you
light
can carry me to my office, or you can go down to the basement.
get some paper.
Get some paper. Oh fuck, he's gonna kill one of us today.
There's no paper in the basement.
There's never any paper in the basement.
There's
Everyone
kind
knows
of
the
paper
paper.
in the basement.
There's kind of paper.
Boing, boing, boing.
There's kind of paper in the basement. Boing, 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 boing.
What the fuck is that?
Boing, boing. And the check just overtakes you.
Does it eat the people or does it cut them?
I feel like it's unknown to a point, and then there's like a very
we've never even seen it.
Yeah, because we've never even seen it. We're just scared to go down there. And
it happens, and then you just see the corner illuminated by two cigars. Like, Jesus Christ, it gets harder to watch
thing
every
is smoking
time.
cigars?
No, we're just in the corner. It's fine
watching
with us,
it do the
'cause
thing.
we feed it.
Oh yeah, we're the
just
only
like,
ones
never
that are
gets
safe from.
easier.
Hey,
there's paper down here. There's just a bunch of paper everywhere.
Hey, what you looking at? There actually is paper there.
An intern comes back with paper one time, and we're all like, oh fuck,
We
didn't account for that.
Go down there to check his dad. He
he
killed the
killed
check. It's that intern. Okay, first of all,
what did you do?
First of all, we sent that intern down to the basement because we're walking around.
Voice one?
Shitty voice because we're walking around smoking cigars. Real wet. Pete. I hate a guy named Pete. So that's perfect. So you take a
It's that guy.
real wet. Oh, yeah. Fuck you, bro. Real wet cigar. Walking around. We're walking around and we're like, yeah, you know, hey baby, you ever go to a strip club? You can put your hand inside somebody there. And he's like, yeah, I don't think that actually happened. You know, I think that sounds just kind of fucking like made up. You know, that sounds too crazy to be true. And we just both look real wet.
Go get some fucking paper out of the basement.
And then it's like there has to be like a ritual or something like that. There's like drums and it's like, doom.
Basement.
Okay, if it's gotta be a weird kooky Temple of Doom thing.
I don't know. You said ritual, and that's the only one I'm familiar with.
I didn't think it was gonna be like fucking. What was that Nickelodeon show with the big head?
Legends of the Hidden Temple.
Yeah, I didn't think it was gonna be some Legends of the Hidden.
I didn't feel right the whole time I was saying that very long show.
But it has to be right because that sounds right.
I'm pretty sure, unless you're talking about the big nose, you got to pull the flags out of.
No, I'm not. Yeah, I'm
that
not
was
thinking
a whole
of
movie.
Flarp. I'm not thinking of Flarp.
I love Flarp. Go to the basement. Get some paper. You piece of shit.
Go to the fucking
Flarp was in a Nickelodeon show.
So he goes down.
Double Dare.
He goes down, gets the paper, brings it back up, and that's when we're like, find anything else down there?
Boxes of paper that is insanely heavy that you're like, it's not going to be that bad, and you try to pick it up, and you're like,
and he's got like
50 pounds.
And he's got
paper.
insanely thin arms. Like you look at him, and you're just like penciled dick. I bet he can't pick shit up.
He's picking it up with his pencil.
Yeah, he's stronger than all of us.
I forgot what his name was, and I almost
Pete.
slipped into. I mean his voice.
Yeah, I heard it.
No. That's what I keep it at now. Is an occasional.
Oh, because now you're gonna be that weird guy just walking around like Walmart or something, and someone just walked by someone.
It's called Tourette's, you piece of shit.
You're gonna develop Tourette's because you have to suppress your Ray Romano voice. That's fucking insane. That sounds fucking crazy.
Bingo. My doctor told me it was the only way.
It was the only way? Your doctor sounds terrible. You need to send your doctor to the basement to get some paper, if you know what I mean.
I don't, but I'd be like, hey, doc, you want to come back to my office for my company, and get some paper out of my basement?
Not really. What if I told you had to?
Yeah. That's where the money is for the appointment. He's like, you've never paid for anything. I'm like, I know. A lot of money is down there.
Clear
you could say the
check
is down there.
I would like to pay you with a check. Do you take checks?
They're like, no.
That's when we go down there, and it's like, you know, like one of those slow reveal horror movie frames where you like hear it before you see it, and it's like just the corpse from the feet up, and you see like the feet twitching, and the check is just fucking like chop,
I didn't
trying to.
picture that it had feet.
The corpse has feet. The human corpse has feet.
Oh, okay. I thought the Czech was being.
No, the Czech chops off your feet. That's what it does. You're like running, and then it's
That's
just
the
like,
whole thing.
oh, it's like real low to the ground. It's like a low frisbee, and just slices your feet off at the
trying
heels.
to crawl up the stairs.
Yeah, you're trying to crawl up
but
the stairs.
are booby trapped traditionally.
Oh my, yeah, but like with goofy Acme booby traps, like one of the stairs looks like a tunnel you can crawl through, even though it's only this tall. And you try and you run your car into it, except it's your face, and your face just goes boing when
Or
you smash it into
no
it.
one tries it because they're like, who thought this would work? And we're always at the top of the stairs like, God damn it, we got to retool the Acme
No,
tunnel.
somebody
They're not
tries
going
it,
for
and then the next step above it has a gun, and you just see it with your eyes like this, and you grab it, and then you go to pull it, and it's just a little flag that says bang.
I thought it was going to be a tunnel, and you try to go through it, and it just shoots you in the head. Because
No.
I'm like, that one's funny to me.
Yeah, that's how
I don't know.
I don't know how that works. You just get your head in
Someone's
there.
going to go through the
You're
tunnel
like, oh, I
today.
think my shoulders are too wide. Boom, doesn't matter. Your fucking body's just twitching, shaking on the stairs, shitting
and the Czech
itself.
just pulls it down.
Weird, wet chewing noises. But no, I'm thinking like slow reveal, like corpse feet, and like you just see it twitching, and you hear like a like a wet chopping noise, but with like a chewing. And you look in the Czech, picture like a Czech is like taking the edge of it, trying to chop the head off, and like biting and like just
And it's
chopping.
just not working very well.
You're just it's
Gonna
more
take a while.
It's supposed to be horrific what I'm picturing, but it's actually really sad looking
Yeah.
because like it's just the paper keeps crumbling because it is kind of just a Czech, like
A rubbery Czech.
a rubbery Czech. Even though it somehow chopped this guy's ankles off, it can't.
Well, ankles are much thinner than necks.
And I feel like at
I've been
high
told.
speeds, like it's kind of like a tornado with they're like it'll put an egg through a brick wall, you know. But like
I'd love to test that because I don't believe it.
how does one test it?
I think we need a tornado and an egg.
I
and
think
probably
we need
a brick
I think
wall.
we need an egg wrapped in Flex Seal.
That's for
See
sure.
how high we can throw it.
It's crazy that we haven't played
Right.
with Flex Seal more.
It
It seems so far up our alley.
But it seems like something that we absolutely shouldn't have either. I think there's a
both,
reason
yeah.
the universe has kept Flex Seal from us for so
I
long.
will go get Flex Seal.
Because I think the universe saw what we have done with gasoline recently.
But that even took a while.
But what I'm saying,
And gasoline is way more dangerous than Flex Seal.
intermittently, but I feel like we're really going to abuse the Flex Seal.
We're gonna get to a dangerous
At a certain
point.
point, somebody gets pranked by having Flex Seal put in the back of their toilet.
I mean, that just seems.
Can you imagine
cool.
trying to flush your toilet and you can't, and you look and it's just full of Flex Seal, and you're like, this
I can't
motherfucker
imagine.
Flex Sealed my bigot. I'd Flex Seal the good toilet too.
No, you won't, because I'll kill you.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's
I'll
the problem.
send you to the basement.
Oh no, not for paper. To shit in the other toilet down there,
Yeah,
or for paper.
it's both.
The Czech is
Okay,
wandering around
toilet
in your
paper.
basement, which is crazy to think about
Yeah.
because you're just down there relaxing.
What's up?
What's up? And it's just
Yeah, it's like a dog. I'm like, you just went outside and it's raining. You know you don't want to be outside.
don't wanna
wanna-
get
the
wet.
idea of being outside.
And you go
you
to
won't
let-
get food just because you go outside. It's
and you
too early.
You go to let the check out, and it stands half outside and half inside. And
Just
you're like,
looks
make up
back
your
at you,
fucking
and
mind.
You're like, go.
just go, get run.
potty.
Run. No,
Why
you have
won't
to-
you? If you went potty, you wouldn't have to spend this much time out here.
Yeah.
So just do it.
Your
and
head
be
wouldn't
done
be
with it.
getting wet.
Shaking and looking at me. Don't look at me.
Look at me like,
taking
put a
a
coat
shit.
on. Put a coat on me. We don't have coats for you.
We have codes, but I just don't think it's
I won't do
necessary.
it.
Listen, dapperdadspodcast at gmail.com. This is going to fuck me. It's so far away from the beginning. 4027 Dapper, that's 4027-327-7737. Text it, call it. People, come on, we're here for you.
We're
Otherwise, you're going to the basement.
Otherwise,
and you
you're
know
gonna
what
go
you're
to the
getting.
basement. You're gonna have to get us some paper.
www.patreon.com/dapperdads.
Papertreon.com.
Yeah, it's papertreon.com.
Just this week only.
This week only, we've
Somehow
completely changed.
We're teaming
Patreon.
here. New sponsor, guys, teaming up with Patreon
Yep,
for
they love
Papertreon
us.
for a specific joke that we came up with on the fly for this
Yep.
episode. They said
They're
come
welcome.
up. They said come up with an idea by Saturday at noon, and I think we got them.
Yep. We have several hours to workshop it.
Oh yeah, and we're gonna be sick of it, and it's gonna be dead in the ground by then, and we'll absolutely
Yeah,
hate
but
it.
make
and we
sure to
won't wanna
go.
Send it.
Papertreon.com.
Papertreon.
Just that. Nothing else.
Paperpeontree.com
Okay.
for the
Make
weird
sure
stuff.
to-
Crazier than sex.com, I'll tell you that much. Crazier than GoDaddy.com/sex.com.
I found a website that's like really fucked up.
Boobs.com.
Yeah, it's boobs.com. Really misleading. And then it's just crazy.
Ladybreasts.com.
No, littlebabyboybreasts.com.
Whoa, I don't think we want to endorse anything like that. Glizane Maxwell.
I've never heard that name in person. That's crazy. I've only read it.
Watch me.
They're
butchering
adult
it.
little boys with boobs. They're like
small,
what?
tiny,
No, huge.
small of stature men with little boy boobs. Large men with little boy boobs?
Yeah.
As in
And
they
diapers.
have boobs.
It's mainly about the diapers.
Oh,
And
is
some
this
of
like
them have the
baby thing?
hats with the propeller on the top.
You never
and a lollipop.
comically.
Comically.
And big golden curls in a sailor outfit.
Sailor outfit, but the butt flap's open, and you don't want to know what's
There's
happening.
a butt flap on a sailor outfit.
All of their clothes have butt flaps.
Footy pajamas underneath a sailor outfit, but the sailor outfit is
Double
pulled
butt
down
flap?
to show the ass of the long footy pajamas. Both butt flaps open.
Double butt flap.
Double butt flaps, both
Doublebuttflap.com.
open. Like double rainbow, double butt flap all the way across my ass.
I mean, I don't think you want to be on littlebabyboybreast.com.
I don't think you want to listen to Lil Baby Boy Breast either. He is not putting out bangers.
No Lil Diesel, but
Yeah, he's no
very Vin John.
He's no Vin John, I'll tell you that much. That guy was a visionary.
Vin John beat the shit out of my father in the 70s.
Vin John fucked my mom.
Yeah.
Vin John is
Vin
my
John
dad.
could be your dad, but
Vin John beat the shit out of himself because he was like, I wasn't a better father. Somehow making him a better father.
because he's holding himself accountable.
Right, it's
I mean,
redemption.
you don't have to do anything.
He was drunk
You
as
just
fuck, but
have
he was
to
like,
be.
he's just really
Well,
beat
yeah,
the fuck
you
out of
can't have a
himself.
conversation with a man that you think might be your father outside of a bar after many drinks. You know what I mean? That's the only time that
happens.
If you think someone's your dad, you got to take him to the bar, put a couple pints in them, specifically. Pints, yeah.
Order him pints?
Yeah, I mean, just get him drinking.
The bar's like, we don't serve pints, we got cans.
Yeah, you can't have that conversation over cans. I'm
What if-
sorry. Bottles, maybe, but it depends.
Cans and shots bar?
No. That's
Shot
not where
bar.
you ask your dad if he's your dad.
Sure it is. Where else do you ask him?
Like a
Pint bar?
A pub. Yeah. A
Take your dad to
traditional pub.
take your dad to the Tilted Kilt. And just
Are they open anymore? In
Not a-
general, as
no-
a company?
I think so. I saw an episode
Let's
of
go.
Undercover Boss.
Of Tilted Kilt?
Yeah,
Did they make
big man.
Did he have to
Huge
dress
man.
up in the little skirt and the big
I
titty
think
outfit?
he wore the fuck are those things called? The man
Garter?
The man skirts that the Scots wear.
A kilt?
Yeah, a kilt. Thank you.
Tilted Kilt?
Oh yeah. But is it a
Wow,
kilt
it
for
is
men
early.
too?
Yeah. What
It's
else would
so
it be?
early, bro.
What else would it be?
I don't know. That's what I'm saying. There's not another name for
You're
it.
thinking of bagpipes. You put
No,
your
no,
legs through
that's-
the bagpipe.
No, it's a badger purse. It goes on the front. That's where you store your nuts traditionally.
Are we talking about a moose though?
Oh, that's right. There was that guy that we all hated at the pub called the kilt guy that would show up all the time.
What?
When I would go to the open mics at the
Oh,
Hope
I
and
thought you
Anchor.
meant us.
No, when I would go to the open mics at the Hope and Anchor, there was this guy that would show up every week wearing a fucking kilt.
Of course.
And like his thing was like that was, and he wore it like everywhere. That was his thing. Like he never wore pants. He wore a kilt year round.
Got to be cold on the balls.
Thought he was
at some
cool.
point. Did he wear underwear?
No,
Are you sure? Did you catch a glimpse? Was
I
it
didn't
a
ask
brisk
to
fall,
see.
windy day?
I believed him. Let's put it that way.
No, that's cat.
But he would constantly use that as a thing to try to like hit on girls. You want to see? And it's like, no, you're fucking disgusting.
You know
bro.
what, ladies? Like the immediate threat of your penis.
Yeah, you know what ladies like?
I
Man.
don't even have to unbutton or zip or tug down.
A man dressed like a Viking wearing a kilt who says, wanna see. Everybody loves that. And he's one of those dudes that made uncomfortably long eye contact with you when he was talking to you, you know,
Of
where,
course he did.
where like he's just talking to you and he's one of these guys that's like
Yeah.
this and it's like they don't really blink.
Even after
but, like,
the words have ended,
and
they're
then
still
you're
just
talking and there's like,
like, yeah, or you're not talking anymore. and
but
they're
like you
still
don't want to look down at the kilt either because you're like that feels like implication-y.
dong
that, like,
hanging
yeah,
out.
oh yeah, that's what I'm worried about is you look down and you just got it.
two
That's
balls
why he's
hanging
looking
out.
like that because he's actually talking to you the whole time with it up, but like you're just trying not to look at it because
It's just very clear that it's right there.
oh, it's so clear that it's right there. You can like feel the heat radiating off of it.
I hate being at the bar and feeling the heat radiate off of another man's boner.
Yeah, it's. I mean, how do you think I feel when we're all under the table, even in the summer? Like in the summertime, it gets hot.
Yeah.
Wintertime feels nice. It's like we have a nice little space heater when it's just the four of us huddled around a table, all of our hard-ons just heating us up.
Indoors or outdoors?
Both. I mean, it doesn't work as
just heating us.
Yeah, we're all just bundled.
Hey, I'm a little cold. Is someone not erect down here? Don't make me look.
Pro tip for you guys: if you ever are cold with your friends and it's way too cold, form a lantern shape around each other like you would in a circle jerk, but get real close. So make sure you're all very erect to the point where it's like pushing on your pants and it hurts when you
I was
like
gonna
shift
ask
around.
if they're out or in.
No, they're in. Like we're respecting each other, but
Otherwise they'd be touching because
yeah,
we're all real hung.
I mean, I wouldn't say they're touching.
We're just doing that thing where we put
like the
putting them on
hands.
top. Yeah.
I'm just picturing.
We gotta start getting on.
Can you
steps,
picture all four of us at a
jumping and
table?
slapping.
Oh my god!
Like the thing with the pencils,
Yeah.
but with my dick and your dick.
Whack. It's like, oh my god!
My dick just breaks your dick really bad. I'm like, oh my god, I didn't know that this was possible.
It breaks it in like a weird cartoony way, like when like in a movie when you see him like break an arm and you're like, that's the worst CGI I've ever fucking seen. It's not even like a practical like cardboard
Because a
arm.
bone comes out of your dick.
Yeah.
I don't know if this is right. Yeah, you're like, hold on, I've got to set it. And you just snap it back into place.
Snap it
into
back
a Slim
and
Jim.
it makes it bigger. Snap into a Slim Jim.
Wow. Why haven't you done something with that?
Because I did, and I got punched in the face immediately for doing it.
Well, you were wearing a kilt.
I was wearing a kilt and I said, hey, bitch,
The
you want
story
to
is
snap
just
into my
about
Slim Jim? And then she felt the heat radiating off of it. And her man
really bright, too.
And her husband came up who was sitting right next to her the whole time and punched me in the face. And he's like, whoa, buddy, I was fine with you hitting on my wife because we were actually we had a suggestion that we were thinking about making to you. But then your erection, I felt the heat off
so
of it.
hot.
I felt the heat off of it residually, which meant my wife had to be way too hot for what you just did.
She's going to be sunburned.
I
in the
can't have
winter.
your cock cooking my wife's insides, okay? Get the fuck out of here. And then he hit me. And then I'm on the bar laid out and my dick is out. And it's,
But it's
so
not
hot.
hard.
It's so hot it burns a dick-shaped impression in the bar because they're like, get him out of here. And they flip me over because I'm far too large to be carried by a man. And they need several men or at least a rope tied around my big hot dick to pull me out of the bar.
Could you imagine being the guy that has to tie the rope?
What
What kind of knot are we thinking?
I'm
Hurry
thinking
up,
just
please.
a lasso. It's just a lasso. They're just lassoing my cock
They
and
keep
drag.
missing it. They get the
It's like
balls, and it's like those pornos.
There's
where
a
they
guy.
Put the rope around
There's
the
a guy
balls
that's
and
like,
porno.
there's a guy that's like, lasso the cock, and win a goldfish. Take a goldfish home and have a burden, folks.
From the bar.
I don't know if I can trust a goldfish from a
Just
bar.
want to win.
There's two rules: never fight a man with a perm, and never buy a goldfish from a man in a bar.
I like to think that the penis isn't just hot; it also produces light, like when they find treasure in a movie. This thing is blinding.
So not only is it gilded with gold, it is piping hot. Some would say,
Yeah,
hot to the touch.
yeah. Any actual sexual
Is
interaction
that
won't
what's
happen.
more offensive about it? Is that it is a gold-plated cock that is so
I don't
bright
think
and
it's even
hot.
gold plated. I think it's just bright somehow.
To- like,
'cause that's
it's
what
just
people are
like-
like. Wait, it's just a normal white
like
penis.
angelically bright. Like it's just
Why is it like that?
type of bright cock that opens up a black hole you get sucked into.
Hey, baby, are you little curly whirly? And you want to be blinded by the light, and then you show her your penis and know that she didn't get the reference.
Ladies love being called little curly whirly.
Is that what it is? Little curly whirly came by in his early bird
Sure.
and asked me if I needed a ride. You were blinded by the light. Ding, 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 ding,
Like
ding,
yeah,
ding.
I
Something like that. I don't know what that.
watch it definitely not be curly whirly, and you've been wrong all these years.
It's either little early burly came by in as curly whirly. That probably makes more sense. It's one of the
Oh
two.
yeah, that makes so much more sense.
What do
than-
you think that means? I used to listen.
I don't think it means anything. I think that all just rhymes. Little curly burly came by in
We
an
gotta look
early
it up.
whirly.
We gotta look it up because I think it's little early burly came by in as curly whirly.
I think little burly curly came by in his whirly durly.
I hope that there's a genius page for this.
I think little whirly curly has to go
My
to the
dad-
basement and get some paper.
My dad had this 45, so as a kid, me and my sister would just listen to like
Which is
7.
a 40, but with a 5 on top.
Yeah, we would just listen to a
bottle.
bottle of
You'd put your
beer.
ear up to it and you're like, I can hear the Circle K.
Yeah, and it had $5 on top.
Holy shit. No, I was thinking of 5 more ounces of beer. The 40, the
shit.
bigger Cobra, the bigger.
What's bigger than a king? What's a man to a god?
The God Cobra.
What's a god to a king?
The God Cobra with just
What's
5
a
more
god?
ounces in it. It makes you so fucking sick.
God, this is a long song. Jesus Christ.
But when do they talk about Curly Whirly and
Okay,
his burly
all right,
girly?
I was slightly off. And little Early Pearly came by in his curly whirly and asked me if I needed a ride.
Little Early Pearly came by in his curly whirly.
Yeah, little Early Pearly came by in his curly whirly. Let's just say it back and forth.
I just want to make sure I'm getting it right so I can immediately forget it. What song is this?
Blinded by the Light.
By who does it?
Manfred Mann.
I was gonna say I cannot. I know it's one of those things where it's like someone's name,
Yeah,
but it's like
it's weird. I always thought it was
Manfred Mann.
Manfred Mann.
Imagine being named Warren Zevon. Werewolves of London. Ah, ooh.
Yeah, it's one of those things where you're like, I know the song, I just don't know the person. And then someone says, and you're like, oh, I wouldn't have been close.
What
You know
about-
what I mean? Like, I wouldn't have even, I would have said some shit that would have been embarrassing. I didn't know.
What would you do if you were driving around with me and I was like, it's spooky season, boys, and I put on Werewolves of London?
It's an acceptable spooky
Followed
song.
by The Witch Doctor. I told the witch doctor, he told
That
me
song
what to do.
fucking sucks.
Ooh, ee,
The
ooh,
genius annotation for this is no consensus to the meaning. Curly Whirly has been described as a helicopter to give him a ride. That makes sense.
that makes the most sense.
And this is / a diss at the big shots of the music industry, question mark? Another
Everything's a diss to the music industry. It's like, why are you making music then if you got to keep dissing the music industry? I don't understand.
Sometimes we look things up and I'm like, this probably won't matter that much, and then it ends up being way
It
better
matters
than I
so
could have
much.
ever
Yeah.
imagined.
That's the best. That's
And
why
it
I love
says,
this.
Another commonly (grossly) misheard line as little Early Pearly with his anus curly whirly. Who heard that?
Who heard?
How many people?
people? I was gonna say that. How many people heard that?
With his
How many-
anus curly whirly.
How
Also,
many
what would that
bar
imply?
conversations
A pig's
happen?
ass?
That's what I think when I hear curly ass and whirly. But okay, so what is Okay, so how many conversations had to be had at the bar where this song was playing and he's like, "Bro, listen. He says ass so curly whirly,
No, anus.
anus so curly,
Little Early Pearly
Burly.
with his anus
anus
curly whirly. That's so crazy.
That means the asshole itself is curly whirly.
I mean, it kind of is.
I mean, no, it's more pucker wucker, not curly whirly.
No.
An
And then
asshole is a.
Then the comment, like, underneath also says, I always hear it as, and little Hurly Burly gave my anus curly whirly. You know, like that episode of Seinfeld, quote, was there a knuckle in there? I don't even remember that.
I don't ever recall watching Seinfeld and George and Jerry are sitting there at the diner. So, what's a knuckle, Jerry?
Did she put a knuckle
A
in his
knuckle?
ass?
Jerry's like, a knuckle? A knuckle,
What's
Jerry?
the deal with knuckles?
She let me get a knuckle deep in there.
Yeah, Seinfeld, that's just real dirty.
And then it's just a very graphic shot of George Costanza fisting this girl to stink fist by Tool.
It's a really graphic portrait of Jerry fingering
deep
that.
inside the borderline. A
Okay,
song they
that
played
was
on the radio.
unnecessary.
A song they
played
played
a lot
on
of
the
songs
radio
on the
about
radio.
fingering.
This one's talking about anus curly whirly. And
The
I hit the
anus curly-
45 as a kid, just like when I was all pure and innocent.
They play Don't Bring Me Down by ELO on the radio, and that has that part where it's like, you looking good just like a snake in the grass. One of these days I'm gonna eat your ass. Don't bring me down. And everybody misses that part.
Is that real?
That's real. Look
not
at it.
real.
It's so real.
That's not what
it's
he said.
very real.
They didn't eat ass back in the day.
They
Back
clearly
in that
did.
day.
Because Jeff Lynne was like, whoa, we're going to rip off the Beatles and we're going to make a song after the one about a man being this guy. I'm going to say, don't.
If we're talking about crazy songs, we can't even talk about damn, what was it? I just had it. Fuck. What's the first MTV song? Remember I showed it to you and he says some mean things in it?
Video Killed the Radio Star?
Yeah, that's what I thought too. Then what am I thinking of?
Because that was the first MTV song.
I
Because that was
know.
the first music video.
No, fuck. What is it? I'll think of it. God damn it. You know what I'm talking about? We played it. He says the bad F word in it like twice, and you're like, whoa.
Oh, oh yeah,
I'm thinking about the MTV commercial. Yeah, what the fuck is that?
Money for nothing and your chicks for free. Get your money. I want mine.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, it was like the commercial or like.
Hey there, little Tim Common. Look at how you do it.
Yeah, it's one of those that song's like 7 minutes long, and then you're also like, whoa, I think he says it twice, and you're like, holy shit.
Yeah, and didn't he say it to where he was like, oh, I was saying it like that's what they're saying about Motley Crue, or like it's supposed to be like a diss at Vince Neil or something like that.
1000%, because it's like your long blonde hair and you're something. I'm working this shit job. You're a big
you're
F
sucking
word.
my dick. It's like,
and
whoa.
I'm enjoying every second of it.
Sucking my dick for a contract. You're gonna
It's
blow
just
me
about
and I'll
him.
make a song about it.
This says, you're looking good, just like a snake in the grass. Boom, boom, boom. One of these days, you're going to break your glass.
No, that can't be right.
It's verified.
Verified.
Yep.
Verified by Jeff Lynne himself.
Yep. The whole ELO.
There's just a video of
the
him
whole
looking old
fucking
and
orchestra
fucked up.
showed up.
Everyone's there, and they're just all... But then they're all screaming it. One of these days, I'm gonna eat your ass.
No, half of them are.
There's a huge fight about it. That's why
They're
ELO's
all
not together
fucking
anymore.
old.
Oh...
It's so weird.
Just a bunch of old
single
men,
artwork.
just a bunch of old men screaming at each other. We had the better line. No, we couldn't put it on the radio. You could. There wasn't problems with it yet.
No one ate ass back then.
We would have been the first.
We could have changed
A
everything.
timeline where you and I.
Back in the day.
Timeline. You and I get so drunk and Okay, here we go. Scenario time. You and I very drunk one night. We can.
I believe it.
Okay. We can. This is when we can go back out on the town again. And so, like, let's say
6 years from now.
6 years from now, Madison. We're in Madison. We've gotten the old-fashioned slushies.
Okay.
We've enjoyed those. We've gone to the little base.
Everything's closed.
Yeah, nothing is the same. We've gone.
Bunch of tumbleweeds.
Go back to the basement.
The restaurant.
Go back to the basement bar. We find a very old bottle of strawberry vodka with like a shot left in it, and you see me just break it, and you're like, God damn it! I was gonna make a strawberry lemonade with that when we found some lemonade. But no, Madison, we're hanging out, we're partying. It's a great time. I forgot where I was going.
I know. I was like, is there something? Are you talking about time travel when we eat ass?
Yes.
The ELO song?
Yes, that's where I was going with it. I got so obsessed with ELO eating ass that I like got sucked into it because I started thinking about the old men fighting each other in ELO, but they got to be like real slow
real
old
bad.
Memphis because they're like old and they don't like these old hands still have to play Don't Bring Me Down, you know. And
Just don't bring me down.
hey, these hands wrote Mr. Blue Sky, okay? And I don't know why Jeff Lynne is suddenly from New Jersey and like hey, these hands, hey, Mr. Blue Sky over here,
God.
Mr. Blue Sky over here. We're drunk and we like. It's one of those things where there's like a time machine in an alley, or it's something that looks like a time machine, a jukebox, touch tunes that were like, why is there a touch tunes in this alley? And we go up and like try to find, but it has like.
We type in future.
It has finito on it. That's how we know it's like a crazy one. And we press finito and we get sucked into a time machine.
Very specific to us.
Yeah, but it's like, and it's like a crazy time, like where it's like you see, and there's just
barfing
like
everywhere.
E equals MC squared, and like eyeballs flying past us,
A brain.
like a brain. But then it like gets more and more like weird, like it's things that we've joked about on the show, like the big check flies past us, and then your Ottoman son flies past us, and then 10-year-old uncle flies past us. Yeah, basically everyone that's dead flies past us. Time travel? Would you time travel if you had to see everyone that has died that you know as you time traveled?
Like, can I be like, sup? Or is it like, are they still dead and it's like pretty fucked up? Or are they alive?
It's like a mix. Like they're dead, but like they're like, oh, why am I alive again?
So I'm really upsetting them. Let me think. Yeah.
But you get to time
travel.
travel.
Grandpa.
That's the button. Everyone you know that has died gets reanimated for a minute as you're time traveling because you piece
if
of
it's only
shit.
a minute and then they go back to being dead, it doesn't really
but like
matter.
that minute's gotta suck.
I
so
love
bad.
you.
Yeah, like
I hate you.
You use every opportunity to like say something, even though they're
Just
like
high
the pain
five.
is unbearable. horrible.
High five my hand. You'll never get the chance again. We do it. The hand breaks off. I'm like, I'm so sorry. This will be over momentarily. No, it won't.
It's like those.
Whoa, are you getting sucked into a black hole?
It's like those movies where like the detective can like talk to the dead and they go to the morgue and like they come back to life for a minute and they're like, oh, why am I here? And they're like, just tell me, where the fuck were you on the night of September 11th, 2001?
Not doing well.
It's a crazy episode of Columbo. I don't even know how that happened. Yeah, I'm gonna say I closed my eyes thinking of a joke and that happened. That's how long that took.
Hours.
Holy shit! A 2 hour.
Also, what movie says this?
You know,
you're like all the movies.
I swear, I did Constantine. I think maybe it's some fact check intern. Either go to the basement, give me some paper, fact check me immediately.
To the basement.
Well, fuck, I'd rather go to the basement than fact check these idiots one more time.
How am I going to Google a movie where detective can talk to dead people and get the answers he's been looking for? What terrible writing. It's so simple.
I swear.
Why wouldn't that be the first thing? He should just go to every dead person and be like,
swear, somebody fact check me. Text 4027 Dapper. We won't text you first.
We don't have to
traditionally. No, we have to let people know.
No.
I feel like they're scared. I feel like they're scared to reach out.
I think we've scared them by constantly
Just
reiterating that we won't contact them first. Really feels
that
like
we
might contact them
would make
first.
me feel safe. It makes me feel like there's been incidents in the past
Yeah,
that the company has had to handle.
I've said that before.
I think my brain thinks overzealous fans immediately.
What do you mean?
My brain thinks like fans who were like, why don't they talk to us, these pieces of shit? And then they text us and they're like, yo, here's the answer to this. And we're like, cool, thanks. And they're like, so what are you guys doing? And then we never text. Yeah.
People do that. And sometimes we're drunk.
And sometimes we're drunk and we will text
every
back.
time there's been a text, I'm drunk, too drunk. You know what I mean? Where you're like,
which is weird. I think that's the universe lining it up traditionally because it's like we're too drunk.
I get either like texts from fans, and I'm like, I can't talk right now.
I know.
Or I get important emails that I like need to respond to immediately, which is weird that they're always so late, but like something like very pressing, and I'll be so drunk and I'm like, I don't know if I'm gonna pull this off. Some sort of correspondence. I get people that I'd never talk to that feels like important and I should respond, and then sometimes I do respond and I don't remember it the next morning, and I'm like, oh no, I didn't even remember getting this email. They're going to charge me what for sex.com? I canceled the trial. I got to cut up this card and charge back.
So we go back in time.
All right, finally.
And we are suddenly in the studio with Jeff Lynne and ELO, and
we just go straight there.
Yeah,
that's the first.
That's where it takes.
Or that's just where
that's
we
just
go?
where it takes us.
It's I hate the idea of time travel that I don't get to choose.
Okay, but it's like because we haven't figured
I hate
out
the idea of ELO.
It's because we haven't figured out how to fine tune the controls yet. We are drunk, and we just wanted to hear Finito in an alley because we were drunk, and it sounded like a great idea at the time. Because sober us would be like, this is clearly some kind of trap for something. But
we would
drunk
still do it though.
Yeah, but we would still do it because like it would have Finito pulled up, and it would be like, are you still there? And we'd be like, does that say Finito on there? And we'd go over, regardless. But we'd have a bit more maybe one of us wouldn't be so drunk, and we'd be like, hey, this is a bad idea. Why would there be a
Does that sound right? I want you to think about that.
I'm just trying to give us the benefit of the doubt here where there's a situation. Is there a situation where we're not going to touch?
I personally no.
Okay,
I'm touching
same,
the alley
actually.
jukebox forever.
Same, yeah. Actually, I'm gonna rub.
When
up
else
on
are you
it.
gonna get to?
That's true.
That's my problem.
When
with
when else do you get to do
when
this?
people are like, you shouldn't have done that. I'm like, well, the opportunity doesn't seem like it's gonna present
It's
itself.
never
enough.
gonna be there again.
So
yeah.
you gotta take it. Take chances. Take risks. Make
do it,
love.
Do it all. Make
war.
Make love Make love to life.
Burn
That's
your
what you gotta
enemies
do.
alive.
Go to the park.
Go to the basement.
Go to the basement and go to the park and make a fairy house. Live your life. Plant a sunflower this summer.
Yeah, and then watch them die.
Yeah, just like everything else you love in life. And then go to the basement. He's a paper, you bitch. So we go back in time. And we're suddenly in the studio with ELO, and like we look crazy out of date. They're like and it smells
or
weird.
Do they?
It smells weird, but it's because the air was cleaner back then. We're like,
we can't breathe it in.
Yeah, we're like
hyperventilating.
The air is so thin.
My body's been overpowered. My blood
What was
is
that
stronger.
tiny little voice? The air's too fresh. Like it was so
what it
little
sounds like
small.
when the air is fresh. We just don't remember, especially being down here. This air is the most rank
thick.
air I've
It is
ever
rank
had.
and thick.
Yeah. It's like fog, but it's clear.
It's like fog, but there's no way to actually tell that you're in it. You can put headlights on, and when it's the wrong headlights, you can see how much is down here.
Yeah.
But when you don't do it, you can't see it.
Guess I forgot to put the fog lights in.
They can't get enough of that sugar crisp. Now I want sugar crisp. Now I'm gonna talk about it for the rest of the episode.
My pee's gonna smell like it.
God, why does that happen?
It's just coffee, I was told recently.
Coffee?
Yeah, it's
or toffee.
Coffee.
Coffee?
How often are you eating coffee?
But is it? I was gonna say, is it like a toffee flavoring in the sugar crisp that makes it like that, or is it a coffee flavoring in the sugar?
No,
crisp?
I said the reason your pee smells like it is coffee. Your pee doesn't smell like sugar crisp after you eat sugar crisp. Your pee smells like sugar crisp after you drink coffee.
No.
When does yours?
After I eat sugar crisp.
No, that's wrong.
Yeah, I don't know what to tell you.
Go eat a bunch of sugar crisp, no coffee at all, and then smell your pee. And bring me some of your pee to smell.
Okay. I like this. I like
Big
where this is
container.
going. How big?
Mason jar.
Fill up one of these?
Large. No, that'll make it seem upsetting.
Okay.
Mason jar.
That's less upsetting?
Yeah.
I feel like a mason jar full of urine would upset you a lot. Like if I was
It
just
would
like,
upset me a lot, but not as much.
oh, don't fucking touch me, bro. What the fuck is wrong with you?
Mason.
I swear to fucking God.
It's not as much as a brisk tea that looks like. I assume that's what your pee looks like.
Yeah,
most of the
actually,
time,
yeah.
Which is so
Can you
upsetting.
imagine?
A thick, frothy syrup of darkness.
My pee's clear most of the time.
Mine is too, but we all have those days.
Yeah, no, this is...
Or those times
this
after
was
drinking.
This was the pee I had after basically everything we did in the last month.
Yeah, I know. That's what I mean. The morning after drinking, and it's kind of thicker.
That's how
than
you
normal.
know someone's peeing in the river during the day at the cabin, is you just see a cloud of this, like, just float.
Comes up to the top,
but it
comes
doesn't
out of the water.
I was saying it
flies
doesn't
away.
float away. It doesn't float down the river.
Yeah,
It floats
you're like,
into the air.
Get out of here!
Get the fucking thing.
It's worse than the blue dye.
Start swimming towards other people. We're like, oh God.
We pee in a public pool, and the blue dye comes in and then just shoots away, and this cloud of thick, dark pee comes out.
And does
Like
what?
a thundercloud. Rains pee on people, I'd assume.
I
if
guess
had
it just
to.
like goes around
A
and
cloud.
rains pee until it's out of pee, and then it evaporates and then turns into another cloud that pees until it's out of pee, and then it goes around. This thing, it's like a jellyfish. It's not really smart. It's just kind of got one thing it does. It just,
Boy, will it sting you.
boy, will it pee.
And jellyfish,
Some might
you
say
gotta pee on
some might
jellyfish,
say
so-
some might say the cloud is the solution to jellyfish. We need to get this cloud at the beach, just constantly peeing on people. But they're like, "What
Makes
the
a lot of
fuck?"
sense.
And we're like, "You're welcome. Could have got
Jellyfish.
stung by a jellyfish."
What if you pee directly onto a jellyfish?
I feel like it's one of the, like it's like I feel okay. The pee neutralizes the sting of the jellyfish poison.
Mm-hmm.
So is it? I'm gonna go completely scienceless here, and base this
As
off
opposed to what we normally
I'm
do.
gonna go ahead and base this off of fuck you up, bro.
Go to the basement.
I go to the basement and get some
We
paper
all-
pop stand. Just
Piece of shit, you stupid.
we're just going down the stairs. Him and
I hate that it sounds so happy. Now I feel bad.
no, it's
I
just
might have overreacted.
it's like the Pixar lamp. Oh my God, I might have overreacted as you look down the stairs and the check and the pop filter are making love, and you're like, oh my God.
What kind of baby is that gonna be?
Oh, it's horrific sounding. It just screeches constantly. It sounds like that bird. Where it's
yeah,
just
I
like,
was gonna say. Anyway,
hearing you make that noise on the playback was so unsettling.
remember that
last
time I
week's episode.
sneezed when we were at my house when I was drunk and it was so loud? It scared me when I listened back to
So
it.
scary.
I wanted to somehow
I'm just
take
sitting
it
there with
and
my
be-
earbuds in, just trying to like listen to. I was like playing my video game and just like listening to it, and then it was just like, I was like, whoa! Woke up my whole damn house with that sneeze.
Hell yeah.
I was playing it on the Bluetooth speaker, and it blew up my Bluetooth speaker. Got shrapnel in my eye. It
Good.
was like that scene in Underworld where the guy had the big fucking chunks in
thinking
him and
of
he rips it out.
Constantine.
No, Constantine is where he's talking to the dead guy. He's like, why am I
was
here?
about an angel.
No, Constantine can see demons, and he can like he's like a bridge between heaven and hell, and he can like fight demons and shit.
It still doesn't seem like what you were originally talking about. Anyway, two things. Pee on a jellyfish, yes or no?
I feel like it's like salting a snail, and that's based off of absolutely no science.
All right, so we're good. Start peeing. Get the jellyfish out of the water, pee on it, and collect your
What happens?
coins.
Okay, but what happens if you pee in the water and it gets on the jellyfish? So like if you had like a
I think
tank.
it's too diluted. You got to pull it out, hold it down like you're
This
gonna
is how
nut on
this
its
is how I got
face,
kicked out.
and
Oh
just-
my god, it's stinging you the whole time.
Yeah, it's just aggressively stinging your cock.
Fuck, stop!
I'm gonna kill it.
Fuck, stop doing that! Fuck!
And then it doesn't do anything. It makes it stronger.
Fuck, go to the basement! Fuck!
Yeah, you just got a jellyfish stuck to your dick. Ladies? Does anyone want to help me? Big, beefy lifeguard comes over. You're like, not you, actually, you, but in the water.
Actually, get over here.
Get it off with your mouth.
Oh my god, he just
It's just a dead jellyfish
just
that I've
comes
like
over.
wrapped around my dick. Oh no,
But
it
it's-
hurts so bad. Please, come help me. The stinging.
It has to look
the
so
sting-
gross.
I'm so hard. The stinging. Oh my god.
stinging. It's actually
making me
very
so
alive.
hard.
It comes back to life and just
Yeah.
starts stinging your balls. big beefy lifeguard comes. Beefcake comes
Mouthing
in.
it. I'm like, I was a joke. It's not gonna work. You gotta rip it off.
No, Beefcake comes up and just one suck just pulls the whole thing off.
It's not a whole jellyfish.
Spits it back into the ocean.
Whoa.
Where he whips out his massive dongaloid cock and pees all over the jellyfish and kills it.
Yeah, his pee kills it. Mine just makes it strong.
Yeah, yours just it's attracted to your
He's
pee.
like, it's okay, buddy.
Your
That wasn't
pee-
pee. That was cum.
Your pee and jellyfish is like your blood and mosquitoes. They are just attracted to it.
I hate the idea of that.
Jellyfish just trying to swim up your cock constantly and get your cum. Yeah, they're trying to get
No,
their
they put their arms
on.
in it.
They're trying to get their little
Sloping it.
stingers in there. Can you imagine a jellyfish trying to reach its stinger tentacle up in your
Yeah,
cock hole
perfectly.
to reach
I
into
do
your
have a big
balls to get your cum?
It seems difficult.
That's
You
how
think
it
they
works.
just rip the balls off and run away?
They're not so
Just
evolutionary.
talking to a lady,
They don't
like,
even have a
Come here, off in the speedo. You come here, off the jellyfish reaches up, pulls my speedo off, and we're both like, "Whoa, that's crazy!" And then it rips my balls off and flies away.
Yeah,
I don't even know if it was a
what do you think a
jellyfish.
jellyfish is exactly? It's not even a
Up top.
jellyfish. It's a small primate that just rips your nuts off and runs away.
It's a seagull because they have the space for my balls in their beak.
No, did you think of a pelican?
Yeah, I'm.
So you got tiny
The
little
lady will
balls that
feel-
fit in a seagull's beak? Tiny,
The lady will feel
tiny
bad
little
for
boy
me.
balls that fit in seagulls. Big man, regular man, little
The
boy
woman
balls.
will feel bad for me because I'm clearly stupid and I have tiny little boy
That
balls.
seagull stole my tiny little boy balls. Well, you were right about half of it, and it wasn't the bird.
Good thing it wasn't another jellyfish. They're like, jellyfish aren't here.
Jellyfish aren't real, you fucking idiot. You wake up in that's the twist at the end of the movie. They're just like,
Yeah.
jellyfish isn't real.
And I reach down and my balls are still gone. I'm like, God damn
You
it.
find
I
out
thought this
you're
was
in a
gonna be
dimension where
fun."
men never had balls, and you go to fuck a girl, and she's like, what the fuck are those?
The worst dimension.
That's a Twilight Zone episode. Jordan Peele, get Jordan Peele on the phone. I got ideas.
Yeah, we just want one and we know what we want.
I know exactly what I want.
It's simple.
It's gonna be 4 minutes long. You can just make it the beginning of another episode. You can tie it in.
It can be a commercial. in
Guy goes, takes guy, Tinder, swipes right, immediately, girl, wanna fuck, which is how it goes usually. Wanna fuck? Yep. Gets on there, goes over there. It's you. She pulls down your pants, screams, balls. You run out. You pull down a man's pants. No balls. Another man's pants. No balls. Another man's pants. No balls. No balls. No balls. You run up to a woman. You're like, have you ever seen balls in your life? And she's like a basketball? And you're like, no, like a man's nuts. And
You
she's
show
like,
her
man.
yours again.
Ah!
Bigger
Just
scream.
But it's you
Kills
screaming.
the women. Yeah, it's both of us screaming in each
Both
other's
of us
face.
screaming. I'm screaming because you have a jellyfish in your cock again for some reason, even though we are
course.
landlocked. We are not near a body of water. There's
We're like
no
land
jellyfish
cocked,
around.
am I right?
More like
No balls.
more like jellyfish cocked. Am I right? Go to the basement and get me some paper.
People are like, what's going on?
Paper,
Get
hardly
back
knew
to
her.
ELO.
Back to ELO. ELO. We're in the studio. They're writing, we look crazy because I'm wearing a Slipknot shirt and you're wearing a shirt that says Wave Not Vibe. And I had this as Help Me, I Am in Hell.
That one makes a lot of sense.
We look fucking crazy.
What time frame is this? The 70s? Late 70s?
Late 70s, early 80s, I'm going to guess. And if someone's like, it was written in 86. There's no way it was written in
I
86.
can look at this. I was just looking at
Yeah,
it.
figure out when Don't Bring Me Down was written. And find that ass-eating bar from the alternate dimension. This is
1979.
79, so
Perfect.
what I'm thinking is we go into the studio and they're writing the song Na, 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 don't bring me down. And it's like really cool. Like we're like, whoa, guys, we're here for the legendary recording sessions of Don't Bring Me Down by ELO. And they're all in
And
the
Jeff Lynne's like, it's a great big galloping ball of distortion. I wrote it at the last minute because I felt there wasn't enough loud ones on the album. This was just what I was after. And we're like, thanks for that
Thanks.
blurb.
Appreciate it, buddy.
For. And every couple minutes he's like, it's just a great big galloping ball of distortion. You're like, Jeff.
I
need
wouldn't
some of what
describe.
you're on.
I would describe Nails as a great big galloping
but in
ball of
79,
distortion.
what if this was the hardest song anyone had ever
Guys
heard?
like us listening to this and no, guys like us were listening to Steely Dan in '79.
Yeah, and this was shocking to listen to.
No, guys like us were listening to Ted Nugent.
No, fuck Ted Nugent.
No, we were listening to was Anthrax around in '79?
Maybe the beginning.
Scott
of
Ian was a
Anthrax.
baby, didn't even have the goatee yet.
Still had the goatee.
Still had the goatee as a baby. Came out just a baby with that huge dyed goatee.
Yeah.
Can you imagine?
No, it's just blonde. That explains him being a baby somehow.
I'm just
in my
picturing.
mind.
It's like how I constantly picture babies and kids, like the George Lopez show with like the adult head on the child's body, so it's just a baby. Scott Ian's head on it.
Oh my god!
Wonder
Could you
if-
imagine?
Can you imagine? Well, I wonder what would happen if you added up all the Scott Ian shit talk that's on this podcast.
We had a
over the years.
moment, like I said, we usually have a phase. I think with just everything.
Yeah.
We're only interested in things for a limited time.
Yeah.
And we run it into the ground.
Duh.
Yeah, we really were against Scott Ian. I know one of the cover arts has his face on it because I remember having to Photoshop his face and that beard, and it was difficult to properly get the beard.
Get it lined up because of the
not even
color.
beard. Just it was like it blended into everything. Too many different colors. You know what I mean?
What do you think he does?
It's not like he was ever on a green screen with the beard on the other.
That's what
side
I'm
of it,
saying.
Like
Ugh,
perfect.
can you imagine?
He should, because that's what everyone wants is like a clean.
Shot of just him in the beard.
Yeah, we don't need. Otherwise, he's just like.
What do you think he does when he's banging girls? It's got to just like hang in their face, right?
I think he's been married for like a crazy long
He has to.
time.
Oh, his wife makes him wear a white T-shirt, and he just tucks it into the white shirt while he's fuck. Oh, just a weird neck. Oh,
Probably
poor
gets used. It's probably just like
Either that, or you just do it from behind all the time.
I was gonna say cowgirl, reverse cowgirl.
I say when you're a rock star, there's lots of
Girl
options.
on top.
You just gotta lay there.
From
Homegrownvideos.net.
On the side.
HomegrownSimpsonStuff.org.
Put it in her mouth when she's orgasming. Wow. That's what I would do.
I mean, why the fuck not? If you're Scott Ian, you can do whatever the fuck you want.
Yeah.
You're the
You
godfather.
put it in your mouth.
He puts it in his own mouth, uses the beard to pull his head
Puts
down.
it in her. I feel like we've said this.
Yeah,
that's the
we for
crazy
sure
thing
said
is
this,
we
yeah.
for sure already
We for
alluded
sure
to
were
him
like, he
putting
puts
that
the
long
beard
goatee
in a woman.
woman. Yeah, his wife lets him. Like, I'm not really into it.
That's how
you
he
know.
knew he was going to marry her, because he didn't even have to ask her. She was like, put the beard in me.
No, she lets him put the beard in other ladies because she doesn't like the way it feels. It tickles.
Oh, shit. But she's, like, really cool with it. Gets her, like, so wet. Like,
Yeah,
she, like,
she's just in the
freaks out
corner,
about it.
just, like,
Wow. I don't know how.
squirting all over
Oh,
the room.
like, that crazy.
Yeah, that like that
jerking
no woman
the girls
actually.
do. Yeah, but, like, how.
Just porn.
It's, yeah,
porn
it's just,
is
yeah, there's no. I've
fooled
never.
us to be like, I know what ladies want.
I know what ladies want. They want me to fucking.
And they're like, Jesus
I know.
Christ,
I know
who
what ladies
are you?
want. They want speed, friction, and I think that's it. Just speed and friction.
Speed and friction. We'll figure out the rest. Facials. We know what women want. To be banged to death for.
Women want speed and friction while you come on their face without saying anything.
Yeah. We know what ladies
The holy
want.
trifecta.
Yeah. And they jerk themselves off while
They jerk
Scotty
themselves
and
off
puts
while
a beard in. Yeah, and they're just like crazy.
Jerking
or
themselves
smacking
off.
it. You're like, I
Oh,
know what
that's
ladies
a-
want. A little top smack.
I know what ladies want. They want me to smack it. Like
I don't
I'm
think
fucking
like
pissed.
that. They want you to punch it.
Fucking just give him a fucking real hard knuckle.
Did we figure out the ELO? Are we done?
I was just gonna say
We're
they
just
get.
there, kind of.
We're just kind of there, like. We're just hanging out.
Do we report back to current time, or do we have to live?
I think what
79
happens
on?
is we don't realize we're there for like a purpose, but it's only for a limited amount of time. So like,
We fix the song.
yeah, we
The
fixed
ass
the
eating
song,
line? I
the
think
ass
that's
eating
probably
line
where we-
specifically,
how we
because
got
I feel
it.
like they're all in the studio like doing the gang vocals for that part, like
Doing a
because it's all
gangbang.
doing the gang bang where they're
Don't
banging. They're
bring
go-
me down, down, down.
yeah, they're like, oh guys, okay, break time, because that's what a band says, and they
Yeah.
all take a break and they just go to the gang bang, and I'm like
Yeah.
Jeff Lynne,
We're
Jeff
eating.
Lynne.
Yeah, we're eating food on the table. We're like, where'd they all go? And then we go in a very stinky room.
Very stinky gang bang
Hot,
going
sweaty,
on.
foggy.
And Jeff Lynne's there just eating a girl out, and he goes, one of these days I'm gonna eat your ass. And I go, put down the song, put it in, don't bring me down. And then we get sucked out, black hole style. Come back here, immediately vomit because of how crazy that time warp has to be. Puke everywhere. And then we live in the universe where he says, one of these days I'm gonna eat your ass, don't bring me down.
I'm glad we figured that out. It only took 6 hours, but now we know that we can fix the world properly with the right lyrics. Would you ever fist a person? Have we talked about this? It feels like we should have.
I feel like we have, but
we've talked about everything.
Yeah, exactly.
Because I'm constantly reminded. I had a tweet. I just retweeted it the other day, but I was like, call me vanilla, but I've never had the urge to put my entire fist in a human being.
Yeah, I think the most I've ever done is like 3 fingers. And that's like going nuts.
Yeah, I've done some things, but I have never like put my
whole fist inside of somebody.
Like, yeah. Do you have big hands? I feel like you have big. Oh, they're not that much.
I mean, we're people forget that I'm big, but we're similar in stature.
Yeah, I'm bigger than people think, and then
I'm like a slight.
Like,
I'm just like a sixth bigger than you, I would say.
Interesting measurements.
I
He's
mean,
only 6'5", folks. And I don't tell my height on here because
5'9".
Yeah, I know.
That's
the
what's
stilts
crazy.
are getting.
I'm 5'9". You're 5'5".
I know.
We're very
Even as a
tiny
person,
people.
like,
You're 5'5", fat little ass.
Yeah.
Little 42 Doug over there.
Put a cop on.
Are you 42 Douging it
I
over
will
there?
not argue with anyone who's thicker than me.
That's true. I can't argue with a man that's thicker than me. No, sir.
Could you imagine being at the bar and you get into an altercation with someone? You're like,
It's just a
sorry, I
thick
won't
little
argue
man.
with a man who's thicker than me. That would be so upsetting.
I saw a man. I went and got my oil changed the other day, and there was a man that looked like okay, this is gonna be so specific, and like I feel like 3 people are gonna get the reference.
All right, let's hope you were one of the 3.
The guy
folks. Here
that said he was Patrick Swayze on Squidbillies, but like he clearly wasn't. It was just a fat bald guy with no legs.
I'm out, folks. I'm not even one of the 3.
You've already packed
Thank
out.
you.
You've sent yourself to the basement to go get paper.
Yeah,
because
like,
it's better than this horrid fucking
I think it's my
existence.
time.
This guy was a very thick little man just sitting there on his cell phone getting his oil changed, and he had a big old truck that he was driving, and I was like, how? And I mean this in a
Did it have nuts on it?
I wish I wanted to. I should
I
have.
was behind a motorcycle with nuts on it recently.
That's
bold
bold.
choice.
Yeah, the nuts just get stuck and just rip.
Throw the old lady off the back. She's got the shirt that says, or he's got the shirt that says, if you can read this, the bitch fell off. The perfect t-shirt, Minnie would say. I want to wear that shirt constantly. And so many people I know have problems with it for a multitude of reasons.
Here's what I'm going to tell you right now.
But it's on
Next
the front.
time someone gives you problems with that shirt, you look them right in the face and say, Slim said it's fine, because I want to see you wear that shirt.
Slim's the bitch. Yeah, I put it on the front. So that means I'm like riding behind it. Like, oh no, and if she fell off, I'm going to wobble and fall too, because I can't drive a motorcycle.
It doesn't even crash. It just falls
You see me on the back of a motorcycle wobbling for like an hour just on the highway.
Whoa,
and I look over and I'm
whoa,
like,
whoa.
the bitch fell off. That makes a lot of sense.
Why doesn't he get
Where
in the
did
front
she
and
fall?
steer that?
I can't do it.
Was the bitch driving?
I got my hands on the back like some people do when you don't want to put your arms around it.
Which is crazy.
So you're like, I'll take the corner extra hard if you're going to not give me a tight belly hug.
I'll give a man
Let
a
this
tight
bitch
belly
fall.
hug.
Could you imagine getting on the back of the motorcycle and the guy's wearing a shirt that says, if you can read this, the bitch fell off?
What feels
And it's
crazy to me
I feel
is-
like you have an ulterior motive here.
What
You're
feels
going to take off
Are
real
you going to
quick?
trust the man that is like get on the back and he's wearing that shirt?
No, it's implied that he's ready for it. You know what I mean?
Beautiful,
It's
but,
like
like, he's
wearing a
gonna
shirt
take
that
a corner.
says, I'm going to make you fall off of the motorcycle.
It's like going to the bar with a shirt that says I'm Mr. Gonna Get Fucked Up today.
Yeah, and you're
and
like-
then you proceed to get insanely fucked up.
Yeah.
You'd be like, wait, that guy had an agenda.
Now I want the shirt that says, I'm going to get insanely fucked up today. And then on the back it says, you can read this, the bitch fell off. You're like, whoa, I love your whole style.
If I could print shirts for you, I would be making these like now. I would just be like typing it up like, okay, I'm on the back. It says, but it's got to be a comical thing on the back, like a really like those stupid motorcycle shirts that you see sometimes. It's got to be like a pig in like a motorcycle vest, like
Yeah, a real dominatrix pig. Something real creepy.
No, it's got to be
Whapping its own ass.
It's got to be a
Whapping
mud.
its own whap.
It's got to be. Famous Dave's pig with the ribs. It's just doing the thing like this, and it's just whapping its own whap.
Branding itself.
What's it whapping itself with?
The fucking like what's the dominatrix where it's just like a little pole?
Oh, it's just whapping its whap with that from the back.
Do we know what this is? Does either of us want to figure this out for people?
A whip?
Yeah, but it's not. It's just
like a
like
stiff
little
whip. You know what I'm saying?
In stores now, stiff whip.
Come get a whip that doesn't crack it, but if you know what I mean.
What is it? It's
a stiff whip.
It's like a stick. It's a switch. The dominatrix says, "Cut me a switch." Go get some paper out of the basement.
Dominatrix is
like,
your dad.
How far is this gonna go?
Dominatrix is your dad, and then you're grounded for the summer.
Oh, I was gonna say something, but I really
Just
got
a pig,
lost.
which is the image of a pig whapping its own whap. All it says, if you can read this, the bitch fell off. It's kind of distressing.
Just spanking it.
But it's
little like wet moisture lines popping off.
But like comical
Big
little
graphic pussy. Just almost human.
But like comical little like sweat lines coming up, comical
Stink
little water,
lines.
comical little stink lines and water droplets.
Yeah.
But like crazy, like you think it's a photograph of a pussy.
Yeah,
but it looks like
the
but it looks
pig's
like
real cartoony, but the pussy.
But it
is...
looks like those crazy NFL stickers they put on things where it's like the 3D NFL
like
thing. And you're like, this is the
pussy.
official holograph. It's a holographic, realistic pussy on the shirt of a pig whapping its own whap that says, if you can read this, the bitch fell off.
My favorite thing is so many times I'll forget what shirt I'm wearing, even when I'm like front face.
You're never forgetting
But
that
like
one.
when there's stuff on the back, like I have several that have like just shit on the back, or
Yeah.
like little on the front, big on the back, and I'll have people like comment on something, and I'll be like, "What the fuck am I wearing right now?"
Mm-hmm.
Like I was at a flea market last year. Ass cracks like you wouldn't believe.
Well, yeah, it's
And
a
it was
flea market.
Surplus. Like it was the time to bring.
They were
them
selling
out.
them at the flea market.
It was crazy.
Buy buckets of
Like,
ass
I
cracks for
looked-
$5 at the flea market.
I looked at a big ass crack and I went to tell my girl, and then when I looked at her, there was another big ass crack behind her, and I was like, "They're closing in. We gotta make a run for
Dun,
it."
dun, 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 dun. Dun,
We're
dun,
gonna
dun,
jump
dun,
real
dun.
high and they touch and explode.
Oh,
I
and it's like a
guess.
crazy visual from the top, and all the assholes coming together look like an asshole. All the ass cracks coming together look like an
I
asshole.
like assholes.
Oh, yeah.
It implies a crazier flea market. Asshole season at the flea market. Let's
Holy
go.
shit. You're just, it's like in the movies where you see them like jump on the crocodile heads to get across the river. You're just jumping on the assholes.
My
trying
foot
not to-
gets stuck in
Yeah, I was
mine.
gonna say, trying not to get your
Baby,
shoes
baby.
stuck.
She just leaves,
She
of
abandons you.
course.
She's
This makes a lot of
She's
sense.
like, I've always loved another as she gets sucked into
You
someone's
didn't have to
asshole.
say it. We both knew it.
I wish I could have sent you to the basement for paper years
How
ago.
did you know? You said you said this today.
You sucked.
But I was at the flea market and there was this voice behind me that was like, "Hey, and
You
it
wanna
kept
buy an
happening.
asshole?
And I'll do this a lot when I can tell like a person's trying to get my attention in
Ignore it.
public. I'll ignore it until it
It becomes an issue.
Anymore.
Yeah, ignore it until it
And
becomes
it
a
just
definite thing.
kept happening. Like, "Hey," and I turn around. You know my hoodie that says "Blood, Sweat, and Beers."
Yeah.
So I turn around, and like, I expect to meet the gaze of a person my height, and it's like a
I
little
thought you
like.
were gonna stop it. I expect to meet the
I
gays.
expect to meet the gay that thought he could talk to me in public without sucking my dick.
Hey man, am I right? Come
I
get
got
it.
a jellyfish problem, baby.
And I need it off, if you understand what I mean. It is stinging me, and it hurts. I have no more pee left inside of me. I put it all in a bottle for my friend.
I gotta smell them. Sugar smacks.
Sugar
crisp.
snacks. Can't get enough of this jellyfish.
Yeah, they're like,
Come
"Oh,
suck it off.
I
It
should've
tastes like
never-
grape flavor. I
That's-
promise. Come get it.
That's why the guy was ignoring me. He had so much to unload.
What's the difference between peanut butter and jam? You can't jelly my jellyfish in your mouth. Come get it.
But I turn around and it's like an 11-year-old kid. So I'm like, "Whoa!" And they're like, "I really like your hoodie." And I was like, "Oh, thanks."
You can't even drink a beer.
Yeah, and then I walked
Kids
away. And
smashing a hams while he's telling you this.
Yeah. And I'm like,
Kids eating a pork chop sandwich, a Kiwani's pork chop sandwich, and smashing a
oddly
Coors Light.
specific. Ugh, Coors Light and pork.
I'm just saying I think that's a winning combo.
I don't know.
Okay, Busch Light and pork or Coors
In
Light
Iowa.
and pork? Yeah. When in Iowa?
I don't know. I had Coors Light a little bit ago, and it was really bad to me.
Really?
It's either really, really good, where you're like,
It's
"Why
got to
don't I
be.
drink
It's
this
got to
more?"
be. The can's got to be blue. It's got to be ice cold.
It's got to be blue like a dead.
No, the cans change color.
Not all of them.
When they're blue, they're ready.
Not all of
That's
them.
the whole point of the
They
Coors
don't
Light can.
blue?
Yeah, the cans. When you buy the cans, when the mountains,
I had the cans and
when
they were in
the-
my fridge for a month and they didn't turn blue.
when the mountain, they weren't ready. When the mountain
How
is
ready
blue,
do they
they're
have-
ready.
That's not every can.
It is every can. It has to be.
No.
In my
You're thinking
brain,
of the
it's a thing.
commercial.
No,
The train.
Look, yes,
The train.
obviously.
What if you have
Look
the
it up. The cans. The can turns blue when it's ready to drink. Coors
Not
Light. Taste
every
the mountain or
can.
whatever.
That's too much money. That's too much technology.
No,
The
it's
cans are
not.
too
They
thin.
can put it on the fucking. They can make CDs that are heat reactive. Why can't they keep they
Every
did it.
can?
Every can, not
Billions
the
of
bottles,
cans
not
of
the
Coors.
bottles, not the big cans, just the regular cans of Coors.
Do they have regular bottles or do they just have those tin things?
It's like tin bottles because the bottles
like
got to
the
get cold
tin.
too and
Oh
turn
my
into
god!
the
Why does
mountain.
it have to be so? Does anyone ever wonder why Coors has to be so cold to be drank?
Because it's bad.
Can't have like a little bit of a cool.
Cooler
Coors.
Coors. A cooler Coors.
I'll never forget one time
A
in high
Coorlers?
school.
A Coorslers?
One of my friends was like, "Oh, this
Like
weekend,
a rock.
this weekend." Jesus Christ. My friend was like, this weekend I went to my buddy's house and we stole a bunch of his mom's Coors, but he kept saying it weird. And I was like,
Coors.
what? And he's like, Coors. And I guess at that point in my life, I hadn't heard the word Coors enough to like
Coors.
register. And it was like one of
Coors.
those things that takes a weirdly long amount of time where
You're
you're
just
like,
staring
what
at
are
him.
you saying? And then I was like, coolers, like wine coolers? And he's like, no, Coors. And then it's one of those things where the more you say things, you're
It
like,
sounds
holy
like it
shit,
sounds like
is
less
this
and
even
less
a
of a
word? In my
word.
art class, the teacher's just like, shut the
Fuck up!
Coors,
God.
taste them out. The cans get blue. And I'm like, not all of them. And she's like, God damn it, it's 2000
You
and
stupid fucking
2000.
kids. 2000 and 2000?
4,000.
Just like this.
Yeah.
Dad forgot about it. There's paper down here. Look at it.
I don't know what's going on. This feels like it's been 7 hours.
It has.
And there's still so much left.
Oh, there's no way. There's no way.
It's recording in
It's
beats again.
20 minutes in.
Yeah. I remember 20 minutes in, that's when we started doing the promo. And we never even said Twitter at Dapper Dads and Instagram at Dapper Dads.
There it is.
I won't do that. I'd rather die. I won't put that in the video. It's anarchy. If we go too long, it doesn't make sense. I'm just sitting there watching it after I've already listened to it,
And
after I've
waiting to
already
plug it in.
recorded, and I'm like, oh, I should really notate when these start. But usually I'm just like, they're all around each other, right?
It's close.
Linear, instead of being like, here's one at 8 minutes and here's one at 22.
Imagine being the fucking person who can't turn off an episode until we get through the promo.
I mean, I feel like there's no one that needs to hear the promo. I feel like everyone's like, I've heard the promo, it never changes. We've never, since Patreon, which it'll be not this many. That doesn't seem right. 2? Did you get the email? 1? Are you just counting down? Do you know what's going on right now? Yeah, it's been 0 years since we introduced the Patreon. October 15th, it'll be 0 years. We've done it for so long. There's so
Bellissimo.
many episodes on Patreon that they've told us if we release a couple more, it'll just
fall together and it'll be fine.
and it'll be
just
0 for some
fine.
reason. They'll only highlight our 3
Be
best
really
episodes.
cool about it.
I wanted to do a OnlyFans for us where we just put the Patreon
On
stuff
the
on
OnlyFans?
OnlyFans because I read something that was like OnlyFans will promote the fuck out of anything that's not porn because they're trying to be like, we're not just porn.
They're
right?
not?
No, it's like Patreon. That's how it started.
Oh.
And then they were like, girls were like, can we show our buttholes? And they're like, that's fine. And then everyone
Girls
was
were-
like, I guess we'll show our buttholes.
Girls collectively went to OnlyFans collectively and were like, can we collectively show our buttholes? And they were collectively like, hell yeah, show us some buttholes.
Well, I think it started with like a couple, because Patreon, you can have like porn stuff too. We've been flagged for saying the word porn, and I'm like, fucking
Which is
review
crazy.
the episode.
Like,
Actually,
listen to it.
no.
Actually, yeah, don't listen to what
Don't
we're doing
listen to
over here.
anything. Let us live. But yeah, OnlyFans is like desperately trying to like let people know that there's other things. So if you have a
I'm
not
thinking the
porn
move
thing,
might be OnlyFans.
and if we have the same stuff on both, I just want to see if they'd promote us and give us the key
We
to
are
unlock
everywhere.
every OnlyFan.
The key to the city, some might say.
Yeah, just stick it in my computer.
It's a hard drive that's the size of a fucking like brick of butter, and you plug it into a computer, and it has so many
Specifically a brick
fucking
of butter,
titties
not
on
a
it, it
brick.
makes your house explode.
What and
It
then
has
I
so
have,
many
I have a
fucking-
GoFundMe. What happened? My house exploded from the sheer amount of titties.
My house
I
exploded.
got a brick of butter.
My
of
house
porn.
exploded from the amount of
You know
assholes
OnlyFans?
that were suddenly on my hard drive and in my home.
They were everywhere. I
That
couldn't
many
sleep.
assholes are not supposed to be in one place at one time.
It's disgusting.
It's too
many buttholes.
concentrated.
And we just keep.
Because when you think about it, there's more than that many assholes in the world, but the world is large enough to contain that many. That many assholes can't be in such a small space at once.
No, it'll be like the flea market all over again. Hopefully with less 11-year-olds.
I'm going to say it. I'm getting tired of seeing girls promote their OnlyFans stuff on their Twitter, and they're fucking ugly dudes in it. Like real ugly dudes.
I'm not seeing. Are you seeing just dick?
See,
I'm
if
not
I was
seeing the men.
if in some of them I'm seeing the men, and I'm like, I don't want to see this. I'm like, I'll see just the dick, because like
Right.
obviously, but like, don't keep showing me the dude. Like, I don't want to keep seeing the dude. And there's this one girl, she keeps fucking like I don't know if it's her boyfriend or something, but like
Yeah,
I feel like
weird.
there's other dicks I see, so it's like, maybe it is, maybe it isn't.
People are open.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But like
Getting that OnlyFans money, she buy you a fucking Nissan Altima.
I was gonna say, man, what would the amount of money be your girl could take in from an OnlyFans before you would be okay with it?
My girl currently, or I get a new girl?
Your girl currently
I don't know.
comes
if
to
there's
you
enough
and
money.
she's like, I want to do OnlyFans.
No, I don't think.
And
there's
you can
enough
be
money.
in it.
I don't want that either.
No other dudes or anything, just you. But like it starts with like just like solo stuff.
No, I don't think I'm that type of dude.
I mean,
unfortunately, we all love to think we are.
she said, let's say it gets crazy. Like she starts popping up like top 3% or something like
But then
that.
that's just everybody's. And then I go to the grocery store and they're like, "Nice tits on your bitch."
Is
or
that what
something.
you think? How often does that happen in real life?
It happens to me constantly.
Constantly, people come up to you and they're
But
like,
it's usually me. They're like, "Nice tits on you, bitch," at the grocery store.
They go
Why
up
I
to-
don't like
they
that
go up to
grocery
you-
store by my house.
they go up to your girl and they're like, nice tits on your bitch over here.
Yeah.
They come up and they honk you real
Yeah.
quick. And you
she's
just
like-
drop whatever
And
you're
she's
holding.
always like, "Just deal with it," which sucks.
Yeah, being told to just deal with it, that doesn't feel fair.
They're like, so just deal with men coming up and assaulting my breasts. And she's like, "Yeah, maybe you lose the tits, bitch." I'm
Wow,
like, wow,
and-
everybody.
but then it's like,
Even the
but
cashier.
that's like,
I'm like, I can't scan this. I wiped it. I tried to pull it. She's like, "Maybe if you weren't so thick in the chest, idiot." And then it scans perfectly.
maybe if you weren't
Maybe if
so
you weren't buying
thick in
discount
the chest,
candy.
idiot. Yeah, maybe if you weren't up there buying big giant bags of Whoppers all the time.
It's not Whoppers.
Then what are you buying that's giving you
Easter
such?
candy.
What are you buying that's giving you such large breasts all the time?
I bought Easter candy at that store and went through the self-checkout after Easter, and like 7 of the things wouldn't scan, and the lady kept coming over, and I was like, "I'm just done. Let's just done with this.
Just
if this
do
is how
this
this
or
is,
fix it."
Is it not in the fucking system? I'll pay full price at this point.
At
if
this point, I'll
everything
just do it,
stops.
yeah.
I'll pay you. You live across the street from me. Now we both know this. And you're either 40 or 25, and it's weird how we can never get down to the bottom of this. And don't get me started on other things to do with that household. It's very confusing.
And then she honks you.
Yeah, she's
And
like,
she's like, in all my 45 years, I've
it's like,
never
I see
honked such
these
a
through your
breast."
window when you forget to close your blinds, you big titted bitch.
I see these jiggling when you're jerking off, you fucking honker.
I'm like, I'm not standing up until the very end, and I assume at that point people won't be able to make out the motion. It's just the last
I see your titties jiggling in.
4.5
See your
minutes of me
titties jiggling
coming.
in the window when you're sloppily jerking off, you giant honk horn bitch.
Jesus. Sloppily jerking off. I'm jerking off very cleanly.
No, it is disgusting looking.
Just because of the nature of
Just-
the act, or
ju-
me, or...
I'm gonna say that this was like one time where you just like really let yourself loose a little bit, you know, like
This
you were.
sounds out of character.
I know.
I was
boy.
horny?
That's
This
what I'm
doesn't
saying.
sound right at
No.
all.
And you just happen.
Me?
You just happen
With
to be.
this? Rob?
I'm gonna go out and make a callback here. I'm gonna go out on a limb and say that this was when you first found the kissing porno, and you just had
Patreon.com/dapperdad.
yeah, got to give them a little taste so they can come get it. And
You want to come get it.
and then you traditionally got way too excited and started sloppily jerking off to the
This is
kissing
not
porno in the
traditional.
window. And this 40, 25-year-old saw you through the window and saw your big, gigantic, heaving bosom shaking about while you were tugging your meat
Because I was pressing them together.
up against the window while you were jerking.
You can't tell I'm jerking.
I can tell you're jerking.
You can.
I know
you gotta
when
get
you're
out
jerking.
of my yard.
Well, you gotta
You're
stop
there
having
too
so-
much.
You gotta stop being so inviting.
I'm not inviting.
The yard's inviting.
No, it's not.
The yard
They
says...
won't cut the fucking tree down.
Ah, yeah. That
and
tree's
I'm going to cut somebody.
Start cutting the tree yourself. Just cut pieces off. Cut a piece off too big. Let it fall through your roof. Call the city. Be like, this is your fault.
Yeah.
Why didn't you come fix this?
You owe me a roof.
You owe me a roof, motherfucker. Start fighting the mayor. Get the key to the city. Get your GPS back.
That's the whole thing. Is I need the GPS back.
Start
digging the evidence
digging
anymore.
around in the evidence room, finding lots of cool stuff for us and the boys.
Yeah. I have so much. I'm like, guys.
But you forgot the GPS because
Yeah,
there
I'm
was so much cool stuff. GPS is fine. You can keep it. We got a bunch of cocaine.
Yeah, I'm like, I have a GPS. It slims and it goes home to an address neither of us know.
Have ever lived in?
We have to go to that address
And see what's there. That's where my dad's
Yeah.
second family is at all these years.
I have to at least fix it because I just constantly click go home. Like I was in a different city. It's like an hour away from where I live. And I hit go home and it said it was going to take 2 hours. And then you ever just start driving angry because you're like, really? 2 hours? And this drive has always been 1 hour?
Because I started looking for other routes.
There's only one way home. It's just a straight shot from where I am. This is too hard to explain. But you can't find another. If you're 2 hours away from something, you're not going to find a route that's going to be.
You're not going to be happy
much
with
fast.
it. Yeah.
Maybe an hour 45, really shave 15
yeah.
up and just relax. But I was like, there's no fucking way. And I had been prepared. Like, it was getting later in the evening, and I thought I had more time, and I realized it was taking me to this fucking unknown address. So I drove there, and I seen things that changed me.
I'm a changed man. Now we got to talk about this.
I seen us, but the good versions.
Like they're happy.
They're happy. They're handsome. They're smart.
I was picturing like
their
real,
tits never jiggle when they jerk.
No tits at all. Real in shape.
Yeah, beefcakes.
I wouldn't say beefcakes, but like in shape.
Yeah.
Like workout
beefcakes
actively.
to us.
Healthy.
Yeah, and it was hard to watch.
No drinking, no smoking. Drinking like kombucha and shit like that.
Drinking and smoking respectively. You know what I mean?
But like
couple of beers,
not
one
too
cigarette
much.
every 3 months.
Oh my god. Just
This guy's
one
got it
being like,
figured out.
don't tell the missus or anything.
Yeah.
Just having.
Just have a couple drives.
But then it's just like tiny puffs and you're just coughing the whole time anyway. It's like, you bitch, you're not even appreciating the
I'm
cigarette.
just over there drinking and just chain smoking. Like, this guy's a fucking piece of shit.
This guy
Where does he get
sucks.
off? Just smoking 4 cigarettes.
I got 2 in my
I'm gonna
nose,
quit
2 in
this
my
year,
ears.
I think.
I'm like, can I bum another one? As I've got 7 sticking out of my face.
Yeah.
I need to eat one.
We need to eat. Yeah, mine's
need to eat
mine's
some
eating
unlit
respectable
cigarettes.
amounts at traditional times of day.
Oh my God,
instead of
they're eating
waiting
3
days
square
and
meal-
eating 1 day, just the whole day.
Mine's eating 3 square meals a day that are like
Yours
healthy
eats
and
meat,
well-rounded.
and we're both like,
But it's
the
like
right answer.
respectable portions, like little piece of meat, lots of healthy vegetables around it.
Yeah.
So it's like,
Yeah,
so it's
yours is just eating normal amounts of food, and you've got
Yeah,
like
oh my
3
God.
different things.
doesn't even like touch fast food or anything like fried or anything like that.
Occasionally, as a treat.
As a treat,
They reward themselves properly, not reward themselves constantly like we do.
Once a month, they go out to eat and they settle on a restaurant together. They pick it out together, and then
Are they gay? They're gay, right?
Oh,
Because that
yeah,
also
it's
is the
heavily
right
implied that
answer.
they're gay, yeah.
Yeah.
Because we are so clear-headed and intelligent that we realize that we would just be
would make
happier
more sense.
if we were gay together. But also, you can't choose if you're gay, so we just happen to be gay in this universe because
Yeah.
it just makes more sense.
You can choose to be gay.
But so is this a universe where we're just naturally gay, like we were born gay, or we are choosing to be gay because we are so
Little
smart
both.
and realize that it makes we've always been a little interested in each other without saying it. We got a skinny love that we're not talking about here.
Unskinny bop 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 bop
Yeah.
blows me away.
Bow with the bow, to bang, diggy 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 said the boogie, said cowboy baby.
No.
Mash up.
Melody of Kid Rock. All right, and then the Melody of Kid Rock songs will take us out of this episode.
Can you
deep
imagine?
into the next
Can you
one.
imagine going bow with the bow, to cowboy baby?
No, not before I
took
get
your
the-
picture today.
Oh
like
my
it just
God! You didn't even go.
No.
What else was there? I know there's that one song that's like Black Chick, White Guy. You remember that
What?
song? It's
No.
like real.
I was not into Kid Rock. I know like the popular ones.
Sucks
but,
to
like,
be you. Yeah, there was like one that caused a bunch of controversy because it's like about him being with a black woman, and I don't really remember. It's something. It's
okay.
just like that.
Look this up.
That it's okay,
Okay.
or maybe it was shitty. I don't remember.
Like that it's shitty to be with someone outside of your race?
Or maybe it was like, I hate this bitch
Child Rock, what are you doing? That's his legal name.
Black chick, white guy. Yeah, let's see. Can I get a synopsis? Yeah, it's from, oh, and it was also I Am the Bull God. Yeah, because I remember I had to skip this black chick, white guy song all the time because I wanted to hear I Am the Bull God. Do you remember that one? That's a bold one. Song facts. Okay, this is perfect. This is exactly what I wanted. So, Black Chick, White Guy by Kid Rock is the story of a white guy from a middle-class background who loses his virginity to a black girl from a troubled background in the junior high bathroom.
Oh.
The white guy plays father to a son she has with another man and also fathers two of her other children. He soon discovers that one of the children he thought was his really wasn't, so he takes his son and leaves. Kid Rock says the story is 99% true. He is the white guy, and the black chick is the mother of his son, Kid Rock Jr.
What? What? What did you just say to me?
Then in parentheses it says Robert James Ritchie Jr.
Oh, thank God. Oh, I thought his legal name was Kid Rock Jr. Can you imagine the fucking birth certificate? Oh. Kid Rock Jr.
Your baby's so cute. What's his name? Oh, little Kid Rock Jr.
Can you imagine Kid Rock in the 90s with his baby being born in the hospital?
Born in 1993, Rock was 22 when the child was born. I want to see this kid now. The woman is about a song named Kelly Russell, who entered the public record when she sued Rock for defamation and invasion of privacy in 1999. She isn't named in the song, but claims she was implicated when Rock told the story to Rolling Stone, and that his story was inflammatory, untrue, and hurtful. She also named the magazine lawsuit. She also named her other son, Kid Rock Jr. That's the one that's not even his kid.
The other kid is also named Kid Rock Jr.?
No, just that's the one that's named Kid Rock Jr.
Is the one that's not his?
Finds out it's not his. Oh, this is a Lifetime movie. Call us.
Come on. Got idea. Who's going to play Kid Rock?
Me.
I'll be the wife.
That feels big and bad.
It's gonna be a switch. We're gonna, everybody's trying to make everything more PC. We're gonna make the black woman a white man this time. We're gonna switch it around. Bold
Huge
choice.
Collar pull.
Bold choice, but it's gonna be like that movie Cuck that was gonna come out. People are gonna see the trailer and immediately get angry, and then they're gonna pull it.
It appears the lawsuit was dismissed. The couple also reached a custody agreement where, according to the Detroit Free Press, Russell, an auto worker for Ford, paid Rock $25 per month.
What?
So they reached an agreement where she paid him $25 a month.
I don't understand. Why does she have to pay him?
I don't know.
'Cause I'm rich, bitch.
The first comment says, "Congratulations on your marriage." And these comments are insane. This one, Richard from Long Island commented, "Color does exist. I saw Kid Rock in concert last week, and I am seeing him again in 3 weeks.
Three rocks.
Kid Rock is the man." What the fuck?
I'm seeing Kid Rock and 3 more rocks. Kid Rock the Rock.
Oh, I feel like maybe some of these are satirical, because the next one says, "Kid Rock is not a racist. I constantly use the N-word."
My name is
There are
Kid.
some really weird
About bang, bang, diggy, diggy, diggy.
I
put
am
your
the bull
picture
guy.
away.
Black chick, white guy don't mean shit.
Black chick, white guy, I hate you.
Yeah, that's a weird song. I'm gonna have to revisit it, but
I'm gonna have to go home and listen to Kid Rock all day and just annoy the hell out
God,
of the whole house.
I'm afraid if I crack open my copy of Devil Without a Cause, I don't
It's
come
gonna,
back.
yeah, you're gonna start being a
I'm gonna be like,
genuine
oh,
and then it's actually gonna slap.
Let me
and
look
you're
at
gonna
the
upset
track
yourself.
list real quick. Ball with the Ball, Cowboy, Devil Without a Cause,
Got it.
featuring Josie.
Bull God.
I'm the Bull God. Only God knows why, motherfucker.
Oh
I
no, you're not.
forgot
We're not
about
doing this. We're not doing this. You are not going down this rabbit hole.
I don't remember the rest. Fuck Off featuring Eminem. That doesn't appear in the clean version.
That doesn't sound good.
Oh, it's Black Chick White Guy / I Am the Bull God remix.
Whoa.
What is the remix about?
Are you implying that that black girl, white guy is the remix of I Am the Bull God?
Seems like it. I don't know. Yeah, I'm gonna get deep into some Only God Knows Why.
Gonna get deep into some Kid Rock, and I'm just gonna hate
I had a
you
long
for it.
car ride home. I'm gonna be a different man when I get out of the car. I'm gonna get out in a wife beater, spit some dip out,
Oh
wearing
my
a
God,
fedora
with
was
corn-
for some
a
reason
fedora
the
with
choice.
cornrows.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I forgot how he looked. What was the next one? Because the next one was my shit. Crazy enough, you would think I was Devil Without a Cause, but I was The History of Rock. Let's go. What's on this bitch? Okay, I don't remember any of those.
This just becomes a
songs.
Kid Rock fan podcast.
Three Sheets
without
to
me
the
even
Wind. I feel like
realizing
I
it.
do remember that one. There's a song called Abortion. on
Oh.
there. Huh. Born to Be a Hick. Fuck You Blind. That's not featured on the clean version.
Is that after abortion?
It is.
Right
Yeah.
after abortion?
It goes Abortion. I Want to Go Back. Yeah, Keep On. Fuck That. Fuck You Blind. Born to Be a Hick. My Oedipus Complex. Real. That seems crazy.
That.
We also, early up top, we got Early Morning Stone Pimp featuring Josie.
Hell yeah.
American Badass. That was a song because it has
Yeah.
Metallica fucking existing on it or whatever.
Yeah.
I'm excited.
You're excited to get into some Kid Rock.
My name is...
My name is Kid. Bow at the bow, the bang, the bang, diggy, 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 said the book, said